Masala Radio.
It tries to make things very simple. This entire process can be cumbersome and can be a lot of paperwork and a lot of questions. But he makes it very simple. He makes it sound very easy. Good morning. Good Masala morning, Mr. Thuan, CEO, Loan Factory. How are you?
Good morning, Suti and Suni.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. So we've got some questions. You wanted we talked about asking some questions to people, or people asking you some questions about loans and refinancing and all that. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm always ready.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, he's ready. Thuan, Loan Factory is on the air, and your questions, anything that you would like to ask him. You have a house. You're about to buy a house. So any questions? Mortgage refinancing right now. Masala Radio, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. So Thuan is here listening to you, and he's calling in all the way from California. And so how can we help you? Any questions about?
Right. So I just paid off my house like 2 weeks back.
Oh, nice! Congratulations! You paid up your house, and very nice, very good.
Man, tough times here.
I know.
So my question is it a good time to invest in a new property now, to take a new mortgage and buy another property?
Is it a good time to? So is this a good time to buy another property? Thuan, what would you say?
Okay, so it's very challenging question. It's $1 million question because we really don't know the future. We have to use the information that we have right now to predict the future. And if you think that the coronavirus going to affect the economy, people will lose house, people are losing their job, and they will not be able to get their job back. They will lose their house, then of course the home price will drop a lot in the near future, and you should wait. But if you think the economy will recover quickly, then you can buy now. The thing I noticed is, even though coronavirus has affected everyone, a lot of people have lost jobs, but the home price has not dropped in as much. People are still going out there to buy, and not a lot of people are selling. And because of that, we are still seeing, in some cases, multiple offer. We still can see housing price so better than we expected, given the circumstance. So I think that if you buy it for your own primary residence to live in it, then you should not hesitate. You should still go out there and try to buy if the price is right. But for investment, I would be a little bit hesitate. I would try to get a bigger bargain, because this is investment, right? You want to get the best deal, and you should bargain a lot. And in some you never know. Maybe the seller is under stress. They need to sell quickly. So if you're investing, I would be more selective. I would bargain more. That if I were you, I would do that. Yeah.
So you would bargain more, and you'd make sure that you're trying to get the best
deal.
Yeah, get a better deal. All right, very nice. Listen, if you need more help,
because you never know, like toward the end of the year, the home price might drop more, and you already bought it. So this is the decision you have to take. You have to research really well. You need to get a good realtor to help you find a good deals out there. Some realtors are very good. They know how to get the good deals.
Oh yeah. Some realtors want to work with you. Some realtors just want to not want to put in too much work. But you need a realtor. You need a realtor that will work with you and that will try and find you a better deal and won't.
Exactly.
And, I mean, we'll work hard. If you go back and forth, it's okay. It's all right. So you need somebody who is.
I noticed one thing. One thing is in Houston, the oil industry have been slowing down a lot,
Yeah.
having a lot of trouble. So home price dropping more than any other city. That's what I noticed. And right now, you might want to wait a few, 2-3 months, because right now, all of the Freddie Mac, they stopped foreclosing the house for the past 2 months. So you might want to wait until they start foreclosure property again, and then you can go out and buy bank-owned property or auction, then you get better deal.
Okay, perfect. All right, very nice. Masala Radio, you have a question for Thuan.
I actually do. I wanted to know, how much difference would it be in the rate if we did a no closing cost loan versus with closing costs? Because in the beginning, y'all were promoting, I think, no closing costs.
Yes, that is a very challenging question. The reason is it all depends on your loan amount. If your loan amount is small, then the lender will, normally when we do a loan, the lender give us a credit back based on the loan amount. If your loan amount is too small, the credit given to us is so small, we cannot use it to cover closing costs. And that's the result. There's no way we can get no closing cost loan. So it's all depends on the loan amount. And you can increase the loan amount if you go to our website loanfactory.com. You can play around with the scenario, and if you put in a big loan amount, you can see that you can get no closing cost loan easily at lower rate. So
okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we can play around with it on your website and then figure it out and move forward. And
exactly.
Is that going to be accurate? What rate you see there, is that accurate, or is it after doing credit checks that all changes and stuff like that?
Thank you for asking. Yeah, the rate there is accurate. We have about 1,000 customers go there to visit the rates every day. So if it's not accurate, we will get a lot of complaint already.
Okay, well, that's
Hey, listen, thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling in. All right, and let's see, I've got another question that's come in on our WhatsApp messaging, and let me. All right, Thuan. So here's a question that we also have a WhatsApp number, and people can send in questions on our WhatsApp number. So let me figure out how.
We don't use WhatsApp.
No. I mean, we have WhatsApp in the studio.
I see.
Like we have WhatsApp in the studio. So what happens is that we can, we can get questions and we can.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Here's a question from.
My question is, who are eligible for the mortgage? Like, what is the basic things you need? Like, I'm looking for a house which is $200,000. I was looking, I would say, but I lost the job. My husband has the job. So, wanted to know the basic, how much I need to be paying, getting the payment, and what other bills do you need to prove the genuinity? Thanks. This is my question.
Oh.
Okay, so that's.
So this question is a little bit general. It's a good question. Most people will have this question, but the answer would be a little bit long. So I would, in America, when you borrow money, the first thing the lender want to make sure is you have to pay back. How do they make sure you will pay them back? So it is very important that you have a job. You have to have income in order to pay them back. If you don't have income, you will not pay back, and they will lose the money. So they need to verify that you are working, you have a stable job, and your income is sufficient to pay back. So if your income is only $30,000 a year, and you try to borrow $1 million from them. Of course, they say no. So your income has to be high enough to be able to pay back. And they calculate based on your income versus your expenses every month. So your expenses would be your mortgage payment, your property tax, your home insurance, and any student loan, car loan, credit card payment. All of those together, let's say if your payment is $3,000 a month, then your income needs to be double of that.
So basically, this is like a generic. It's a very nice generic question for people that are thinking about buying their first home. And what I would also recommend is that Thuan and his team are so nice and so helpful that you can visit their website, the Loan Factory, and it's very simple. There's only one thing, Shruti, you can do on the website, which is put in the information about what you're doing, what you're trying to see, and boom, you get the answers. And they're so nice and so friendly, just like how Thuan is right now. Hardworking, friendly, nice, and very diligent, takes time to answer all questions. And our last question, one last question that's come on the phone.
We've got one online too.
Yeah, welcome to the show. How can we help you?
Hi, I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What are some advantages of refinancing during this difficult time of COVID-19?
Everybody, a lot of people want to know this question, so thank you for calling in and asking this question.
Can you rephrase the question again?
So she wants to know, what is this, right now during this COVID-19, is there any special advantages of refinancing your house because of this COVID-19 situation? Are there, because you've been doing this for so many years, but does this year and this COVID situation, this whole COVID situation, does it pose any benefits
or even disadvantages
or disadvantage?
Okay, so there's no disadvantage at all. And the advantage we see is the rate is so low. The rate is at the historic low because of this special one-time situation that affect our lives, our economies. The rate has been dropping so much, and we see a wave of refinance. The big wave, so big that it's the lowest. So many people refinance the highest level in 17 years. So people are taking advantage of the low rate to refinance and save money, and there's no disadvantage at all. So I encourage everyone to check out if it makes sense to refinance and save money. I encourage that.
All right, so Thuan, Loan Factory, always appreciate you taking time out and answering questions to people, and we'll do this, once every few weeks. We'll take Q&A. And there are other weeks that would like to give out information, and Thuan has a lot of information that he'll give out. And then maybe every fourth week we'll open the calls.
Like once a month, I think.
Yeah, once a month would be great for Q&A and for people because I do get people asking me on the road all the time. Hey, the guy Thuan, he calls in from California. Okay, good. And then he'll ask me a question, and I'll say, just call in. Call in the morning. He's on the air 9 o'clock. Every Tuesday morning. Thuan, so much, so nice to have you on the air. Thank you so much.
And so informative. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And good